The Magic Mountain by Thomas Mann is an absolute ultimate favorite of mine. I'm thinking with pleasure of two things. One, to read this again and again. I already mentioned in a recent note that I've read it twice and then listened to an adaptation for the Romanian radio. Soon it will be another drama version, but for this time for the BBC, and then back again. This time I will read it in English, my guess is, on a portable e-reader, and then it will be a different flavor because both previous times have been Romanian translations from German. And the other thing which is enchanting is the idea of getting to a mountain, to a magic mountain. This can be the magic mountain, that's for sure. It's the idea of having a place where you can enjoy, which Shangri-La, there's a note if you're interested on Lost Horizon, James Hilton, somewhere on this list of YouTube notes, and on Goodreads. Magic Mountain with these as patience and this as a view from the summit, but also an option of getting somewhere in the mountains of Switzerland in a near perfect world, where you would have that fresh air which supposedly cures lung disease, tuberculosis and others in the book. Since I'm returning to it, in fact, come to think of it, it's also a place of entrapment. The doctors seem to have like a plot. They just work as wizards, magicians, and charlatans to some extent, who try and entice the patients and keep them and never let them go. Prisoners of a sort. That's not a labor camp, but in some ways it feels like a prison without locks on the doors, physical locks. But once inside, even Hans Castorp has troubles trying to get out. Not in the sense that he has to convince again a jailer to open the gates. He starts to convince himself that he has indeed a spot, and then he has to cure himself and he has to spend more time. It's sort of a nocebo effect. We have the placebo when you suggest to yourself that you're taking something which will help you, and it helps you, even if it's just sugar. They give pills, aspirin and so on, and sometimes they give the real thing, but very often they can give you just a sugar pill, or something with no chemical composition, no aspirin ingredients and whatnot. And still, if you think and you words create words, you want it to be true, you make it true. So it's a wonderful book on which there would be more notes as soon as I start reading the whole volume. Plus there will be a separate one on what the BBC adaptation looks like.